Hey, everybody, it's Margene Holden, and I am back with another installment of Business in a Box. So, today, my amazing guest is another one of my legacy maker, Tranant teammates, Kim Hollenshead. Hi, Kim. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So, in this series, we've kind of been talking about everybody that I'm interviewing. I'm talking about how you got involved in this and why business in a box is, why it's even a thing,
Yeah.
right? Because I came into the company a couple of months ago, so I'm pretty new. So I just wanted to hear from those who have been in the company for a while, those that are doing it, that are out there. Like, what's your experience? Like, where did you come from? Where did you come from? And why did you get into this particular company, Trenant?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thanks again for having me. I'm so excited to do this with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've been a corporate recruiter since 1998, mostly in the technology space, mostly in Austin, Texas, but sometimes working for companies out of California. I've worked for companies
Right.
like VMware, NVIDIA, local companies here is Q2 or Xenos, and they were both technology companies. My very last position was a contract recruiter for a little company people might have heard of called Chick-fil-A, and they're like, that's
Ah,
technology, but I've
wow.
only hired for technical positions for Chick-fil-A. Like, if you ever use Chick-fil-A's mobile app, I helped hire iOS and Android developers. So that's my background. But in
Wow.
2013, I joined a network marketing company because it was fun. And I think, like so many people that join network marketing companies, I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do this on the side. It doesn't take much time and I'll get a
Yeah.
discount on my products. And then I just fell in love with the industry.
Mm.
So, 2 companies later, I joined Trinot, and it has been such a game changer to the point that when I got laid off in December of 2022, it was my 7th layoff, and I had always had since 2013 an extra form of income. And people talk
Right.
about it all the time. People talk about making sure you have multiple streams of income.
Yep.
I
Yep.
did. I always had multiple streams of income. Now, why was she laid off 7 times? Let me tell you, if you're at the front line of a company, like you're hiring people and you're bringing people in and companies stop hiring, you're the first to go. So I experienced that
Wow.
a lot, but I
That's
always had
fascinating.
something to go back on. And Trinot was doing extremely well for me. And so
Right.
I picked up the 1-year contract with Chick-fil-A, and my husband said, your income is really doing great. What would happen if you do this full time? So after your contract with Chick-fil-A,
Right.
why don't you work on doing this full time? So here I am.
That is what a great story.
Isn't
I
that
mean,
fun?
that can't even be like that. That's like two opposite sides of a spectrum, completely from corporate to, I have my own business now.
Very much
That
so.
is
Very much so.
that is so wild, and I've been around, because I've been in the seminar world, the personal development world. So I've done a lot of workshops and seminars where people are in network marketing companies, and I always see it working really well for others. I've had friends that are huge in other companies and have wanted me to come on board, and I've just not really ever, I kind of dabbled years and years and years ago. And then, I'd come into one and then be like, oh, the products are great, but,
I know.
right. But then, when I saw my girlfriend, Wendy, like for 2 years, I watched her for 2 years and just watched her. And I know her for over 30 years. And so for me, I was like, tell me more about this. Like, tell me more about this, because I really, if I was going to jump into something, I wanted to know, like, why is this company so special?
Yeah.
And then when I saw the title of the team, which is Legacy Makers, and I thought, you know what? I want to be a legacy maker, because then it kicked in for me. What legacy are you leaving?
Yep.
What are you building as a legacy to leave for your kiddo?
We
Right?
were very, very intentional about coming up with that name. We tried all sorts of different names and all sorts of combinations, and I feel like that one
Right.
actually makes the most sense, and we're super excited about being able to utilize that. And part of the legacy makers is that we've also set up a whole platform of systems.
Yeah.
Because just like you tried and you dabbled. We don't want people to
Yes.
try and dabble. We want people to try and stick. And I
Yes.
think that's not something that's usual in a lot of network marketing companies, sometimes not very usual in people's lives. So if we
Right.
can show you the systems and the tools that will make you not only see success but feel successful, you're probably going to stick around a lot longer. We have
Right.
we're our community is probably the biggest thing that it's hard to explain until you're in it. And we love on people and we want to see people win and we want to see people grow because especially over the last 5 to 6 years, I think a lot of people are downtrodden, and that's not at all where we want people to stay.
Right. Right. And that's one of the other things, Kim, that when I came into the team, I was like, okay, let me just jump into some of these trainings. And I was so blown away because I come from the personal development world. And it's like, hey, I'm giving you information for you to succeed in your life. Here you go.
Yep.
Take the tools,
Yep.
right? And utilize the tools. When I came into the trainings and I saw how many people were on the trainings and just the level of care and the positivity of like, hey, we want to lift you up, we want you to succeed. If you succeed, we succeed, we all
Right.
succeed together, right? And
That's right.
that was like, oh my god, this is great. I mean, and even admittedly, after like being out in the public eye as an actress and being out in the public eye as in personal development, for me, it still has been intimidating to get on lives, to do a product launch, to do an unboxing, to just talk about the products, talk about the business. And everybody's been so like, well, hey, I'll do a live with you. Oh, hey, I'll
Absolutely.
help you. Let's do it
Absolutely.
together. And I'm like, oh, yes, thank
Yes.
you. You know,
We
because
love people. We love
right.
people. We want to see you win.
Yeah. And it's amazing because, we had our convention just, the recording date of this right now is March 22nd. So we had our we had our convention on what was it, the 14th,
Yes.
14th, 15th,
Yes.
14th, 15th, 16th of
Yeah.
March. And I didn't go. I didn't get there. I wasn't there this year. And just seeing the videos and seeing the pictures and seeing the energy and feeling the energy in the room, I was like, I'm having FOMO. Oh my gosh.
I
I'm
won't miss
having so much
again.
FOMO. And I won't miss again, right? Because I'm like, these are, when I was watching that, that's the kind of energy that I was used to and I am used to being on stage in the environment that I was teaching. That
Yes.
very high energy, like, hey, we want you to succeed. Hey, we want you to be part of it. And that's what kept people coming back,
Yeah.
is that it was filling them up to feeling good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, okay, another question for you before we get into talking about the products, because I do want to give everybody some product information as well, because we have 3 new products that just launched. So I'm going to have Kim talk about those,
I can
which is
totally talk about
amazing.
those.
Yes. But one of the things I want to ask you is like, what's been one of the things that has really, as a person on a personal growth level, what's one of the things that you did not anticipate or expect coming into the company?
And I don't know how you qualify this as personal growth, but it has to be somewhere. Really, the friendships that I've developed. These
Right.
people, some of these people I only physically see once or twice a year, but I can physically have a phone call. Do we do Facebook Messenger? Do we all do all the different social media
Uh-huh.
messages? But I can physically pick up the phone and call these people at a moment's notice. I get
Right.
calls from some of my coworkers intronaut sometimes at 6 and 7 in the morning, like, not prime work hours.
Right.
That's the best time for us to talk and really catch up and really intimately
Mhm.
get to know each other on levels that
Yeah.
you would know a personal friend that I think a lot of people probably had before 2020 when we all locked down and probably lost some of that.
Yeah.
So I think for me, that's been a big part of things. Plus, like you said, we do a lot of personal development. In fact, I'm in a training that I get everyday clips from Eric Worre, who is known as the
Uh-huh.
godfather of network marketing.
Right.
And today he
Yeah.
shared a clip with Ed Milet. So I'm listening to all the big thought leaders in personal development, and I'm constantly working on myself too, which is super important no matter what industry you're in. In fact, I
Right.
posted on my LinkedIn not too long ago, I'm doing this XYZ for personal development. What are you doing? Do you feel it's important for you to
Yeah, yeah,
level
yeah.
yourself up no matter what type of role you have? If you're a software engineer, if you're a business manager, if you're a business analyst, if you're a project manager, you are still having to go out and find the places where you
Right.
can bring your skills up, right? And then you
Yeah.
have to listen to those things and watch those things and read articles and see videos. So I think the encouragement that we get to always become our best is a big deal.
Yeah. That is so nice to hear because there's probably so many companies out there that just are like, hey, good luck,
Yeah. Oh,
you
for
know,
sure. Oh,
good
for sure.
luck, right? And as someone who it's like I can appreciate a good system. If I have a system, I can follow the system. Now, I might have a little, and pushback on myself because I'm like,
Yeah. I
oh
know. I
my
know.
God, right?
I
However,
know.
and I'm like, follow the system because systems are proven and systems work. It's like I'm not reinventing the wheel. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are people that are in my organization that are so much farther down the road than me because I'm a newbie, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is how they did it. This is how they became successful within this company.
And
So
not just
follow the system.
successful and not just successful, but multimillionaires.
Right.
This is how the
Yes.
people that are multimillionaires did it and
Yes.
built it. So why won't you learn from their
But
mistakes? We're not saying they did it right to begin with, in
absolutely.
any way, shape, or form.
Right. They probably a lot of trial and error, a lot of trial
100%.
and error to get
100.
to be able to say, here is the system.
Yep.
Right. So, oh my God, that's so amazing. That's such great information. And, for those of you who are watching, okay, we are talking about Trinont and we're going to talk about some of our feature products because one of the things that I really loved when my girlfriend got me into this company was talking about like the Activate because that is that and Transform. Okay. So, bing, the Activate and the Transform. Bing, right? So those two products make up the daily health system. And this was something that like kind of blew my mind, right? Because this is patented, right? We got the patent on this one, right? And
Yep.
this is won awards, right?
It has.
So,
It's won the Stevie International Gold Award for Best New.
right. Yeah. And what those two products do, I'm going to have Kim explain it because I'm new. So, Kim, explain what those two products are designed to do.
Yeah. When we launched Transform in October of 23, it was really as they were teasing it to us, they kept saying it's revolutionary, it's revolutionary, it's revolutionary.
Right.
And there were some beta testers and we were watching them talk about it, but then all of a sudden we started noticing so many of them wearing CGMs or continuous glucose monitors. Now,
Ah,
I'm a type 2 diabetic, and while
okay.
none of our products claim to heal, treat, or cure any disease,
Right.
anytime you use the word glucose, my ears perk up immediately.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so it took 10 years of research, and it's research that was funded by a very, very, very well-known US company to a very well-known Ivy League university. And so
Wow.
after 10 years, in December of 22, they finally unlocked the key to make this work. So it is a plant-based system, but what it did is it would turn sugar into fiber in people's guts. Now, everybody's like,
Right.
that doesn't happen, but it did. And again, it took 10 years of research to try and
Right.
figure that out.
Right.
We also added an additional component, and it's called grains of paradise. Again, all plant-based, and so that's a thermogenic. So it's actually one of the things that's really hard for people that have insulin resistance issues, which is not just diabetics. Like PCOS is an insulin
Yep.
resistant
Yep.
issue. There's so many insulin resistant issues. The bad part about your insulin resistance is that you end up having spikes.
Yeah.
And if these
Yeah.
spikes continue, it's going to harm your kidneys, it's going to harm your liver,
Mhm.
it's going to harm your organs. So if you can keep those spikes from spiking so much, it's better. And that's what Transform does. It doesn't, again, it doesn't heal, treat, or
Right,
cure
right,
any disease, but it's making those spikes less so that your body's not having to work so hard to keep those spikes. And then in spring of 24, they launched Activate. So combined, it's called our daily health system. We know it as DHS. Activate actually works with the metabolic system. Now, there are so many people, especially lately, that are talking about your metabolic system. Your
yeah,
metabolic system is comprised of five components: your blood glucose, your blood glucose, your blood pressure, your triglycerides, your cholesterol, and your waist circumference. Mostly for women, some men too,
yeah,
have belly fat. And so
right,
that's the waist circumference. So if we can whittle away at some of those things with this drink called Activate, all the better. Combined, people are seeing amazing, amazing results. In fact, we have a testimony group. So ask one of us to invite you to that.
yes.
It's pretty remarkable to see what's happening when people start focusing on their health in an easy to follow format.
Right. Yeah. And that's one of the things that's so beautiful is that that testimonial group, I was blown away. There's
Yeah,
like 150,000 people in this group.
yeah.
Just testimonies are just off
Wild.
the charts. They are wild. They're so insane. So again, ask us, ask us, ask us, ask us. You know, if you're watching this on Kim's page or if you're watching it on my page, just send us a message or just comment on the video and say, hey, more information. Hit me up. Give me more. I want more, right? So and okay, we've got new products. So I know that we're running, maybe a little long, but you know what? We can talk about this all day long. It's okay. So I want you to talk about these three new products because there's so well. First, I got to say one thing. This is one of my favorites.
So good. It's so
Mojo.
good.
Oh my
It's so
God.
good.
I'm not a coffee drinker, so we have two different Mojo products. There's a Brazilian coffee one, and this is the chocolate one.
It's
I
my
am a
favorite.
tea drinker, so I was like, you know what? But I love hot chocolate, and I was like, let me get the chocolate one. I'm going to get the chocolate one, and
It's so
oh
good.
my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. So, um, you know, either hit up me or hit up Kim, go to our websites, go look at the products, go check them out. If you want to be on an opportunity call, just let us know. We will get you all the information, right? But
Absolutely.
these three new products that just came out, they just got released to be available on March 17th. What? Yeah, oh my gosh, what are
Do
they?
you have
They're
any
so
of them yet? Do you
I
have any of them yet? Or are they
I
shipping?
don't have any yet. I'm like I told you, I've got the FOMOs. I got the FOMOs because I wasn't at convention, so I didn't get to walk away with the three new products.
Do you have one in particular you want me to talk about first?
Her, for
Um,
her.
yeah.
Let's talk about for her.
For her is a supplement. You
Yes.
take two a day. I've been taking mine at night just because
Huh?
it's the last thing that I do for bed. I think it says to take it with food. I don't think it actually matters all that much. Anyway, I take it right before I go to bed. I have been taking it. It'll be a week today. I'm sleeping all the way through the night. Now,
What a
when
dream.
they were teasing this product, they
Mm.
kept talking about hot flashes and it would be good for her with hot flashes. It would be good with him, so she would be kinder.
Right.
And I kept thinking, well, that's great for people that are in menopause or perimenopause, but I am way past menopause.
Past.
So
Same.
I'm 57. They brought in a very, very well researched menopause research expert, and she enlightened us so much. There are
Yeah.
103 menopause and perimenopause symptoms.
Which is
It's,
astounding.
it's completely astounding. And it makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
And once you're in menopause, there actually is no such thing as postmenopause.
Yeah.
You're in menopause for
Just
the rest of your
menopause.
life. So not only I don't think I have hot flashes so much, but I do have night sweats. I get
Hmm.
really
Hmm.
hot while I'm asleep. Um, Itchy ears was one that I never associated with it.
Fascinating.
I have itchy ears a lot. One of the things for perimenopause that's a big surprise is frozen shoulder. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
There were so many. There's another one with perimenopause that she talked about a few times. Phantom smells. So you feel
Right.
like you're smelling smoke, but it's really not there. And that's scary because what if it is there?
Right.
There's just a whole
Exactly.
host
It's like,
there's a whole
what?
host of things that we go through. A lot
Yeah.
of them are, driven by hormones and emotional. Like
Yeah.
we break out crying. Like there's so many things
Yes.
that I think I probably used to more associate when I was having a period versus when I'm not having a period.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and the big term overall, and women will get this, guys, this will embarrass you, but they used it over and over again during the event, vaginal dryness.
Dryness.
I have never heard
Yeah.
that term so much in my life, and it was very
Yeah.
strange. And yes, the guys in the room were very embarrassed, and the girls were just cracking
It
up,
was
giggling.
so
So much good information, and obviously, this is just the tip. This is just us beginning to learn about it. But
yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
it has an estrogen G. I think it's called estrogen G,
Estrogen. Yep.
which is not only with ours, but other places have that as well. But then we added an ashwagandha mushroom to it, which, if you
Mhm.
know, ashwagandha mushrooms are part of a very amazing
Yeah.
group of mushrooms that have a functional medicinal value.
Medicinal. Yeah.
So super excited about taking it. So the next ones that we have a clear protein. Now I never really understood or thought about protein powders. I'm not a big protein powder
Right.
drinker. I do know
Neither
they're
is
very
my
thick.
husband.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure
Oh,
people
so
that go
good.
and work out at gyms and things are
Yeah.
often, and they know they need more protein. I didn't realize why I would need more protein.
Yeah.
And again, I think most people's limited knowledge is they think, I don't want more protein because I don't want to bulk up.
Right.
There's a calculation you can do that shows you how much protein your body needs according to your weight,
Yeah.
and then according to if you want to lose weight or if you want to maintain weight. And those are simple calculations. We can put that in the comments below. And this gives you a lot of protein. It's 20 grams, but it's clear, which a lot of people are like, what is
I
that?
know,
What's that?
right?
I don't even know if there are many
Like,
clear proteins on the market.
I don't even think there's one.
I didn't even know that.
I'm a lifelong athlete. I use protein shakes a lot. I drink protein shakes. Was always looking for protein shakes. I was like, what's a protein shake that's going to actually
Tastes
a
good.
have enough protein in it,
Yeah,
the right kind of protein
yeah,
for me,
yeah.
right? And taste good.
Well, I just drank one. I drank one right before we came on, and it's so good. It's strawberry. It's
Yes.
clear. You
Love
shake it
that.
up. You pour it in the water. You shake it up really good. It dissipates. It gets foamy, and then it dissipates. It's
Right.
really clear. Like you can see through. It's a
Huh?
pinky drink, but you can see through
Right.
it. And then you add ice. It tastes fantastic. And not only
See, I
do they
love
make
that.
it a clear protein, but they also have it in either caffeinated or non-caffeinated.
See,
So
and
in
I love that
coffee,
even more.
all of these are plant-based, but it's either caffeinated with natural green tea
Green tea.
extract or nothing. And then we came out with a creatine, which again, I feel like most people working out, going to gym have been creatine buffs for a long time. But
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
those of us that are not in the gym on the regular are like, creatine, that sounds like a gym thing. Like, I don't know if I need it. With the creatine, there's a flavored and an orange drink, an unflavored and
I'm
an orange
flavored in.
drink flavored. And both of those not only give you the creatine your body needs, even if you're not working out, but it also has a cognitive support, which I don't think any other creatine on the
Right.
market has that. So they didn't specifically use the term nootropic, and yet with Mojo we use nootropic. So I'm
Drop it.
curious as to what the cognitive ability does on that. But I've been using both. In fact, in the drink that I made just before I started with you today, is that I did the clear without caffeine, and then I did
Uh-huh.
creatine unflavored. The taste is amazing, and it has to taste good, or you're not going to use it,
That's
right?
right. It's
But
so true.
then you know you're getting
So
some
true.
really great physiological benefits from it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. That's so exciting. I mean,
We're so excited.
yeah, I cannot wait to get them because I'm like, oh, that one and that and
Yeah,
that. There's
yeah.
just so many. There's so many products that are just absolutely incredible. They're all incredible. Every single product is incredible, right?
Well, it's silly for us to launch things that are not incredible.
Exactly.
And the thing is too, we didn't even mention this, but again, we are one of the most helpful, kindest companies you'll ever run
Yeah.
across. But our mission, companies always have a mission and a goal,
Yes.
right? Our mission is to positively impact 1 billion lives for good in our first 30 years. Now
Yeah.
we keep track of that number. We're at
Yeah.
155,000 people right now. No, 155 million people right now.
Million.
So
Yeah. So it's like
we
we
still
gotta
have
go.
a
Yeah.
very long ways to go. We were founded in 2013, so we're what, 13, so we're 12 in our
12
12th year of
Yep.
business. So
Yeah.
we have a long way to go. And when we count those people, it's like when you and I join, or when you and I become a customer, or when we go out and do community service. We have
Right.
some people here in Texas that work very hard at their local food bank and
Yeah.
soup kitchen, and they feed a lot of people. We count all those people that they impact. So it's
Yeah.
not just a good company that has really solid products that we work really hard to maintain a very high quality, to the point that you like your Mojo. There was a couple years ago, right around Christmas, we sent batches of Mojo and our collagen back. So
Yeah.
our coffee and chocolate and our collagen, our best sellers, we
Yeah.
sent back because the quality was not up to our standards. Not
Wow.
only do we have our own
Yeah.
standards, but we also manufacture all of these in a GCP certified facility, which is good manufacturing practices.
Right.
So we have some really high bars, and then all of a sudden there became a black market for Mojo for people that had extra. It was wild. It was wild. We have a
Wow.
very much like cult following for our products. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah. And that's another thing that's so amazing because quality.
It's a big
It's the
deal.
quality. It's got to be clean and quality. There's so much naturally distressing pollution, whether
Yep,
it's the air or the
yep,
water
yep.
or, it doesn't matter. There's so much environmental pollution. There's so much, electrical pollution. There's just a lot of pollution. And we don't need that in any product that you're taking, any food that we're intaking.
Well,
And it's like
when you
finding it that's clean is a challenge.
so the antioxidant support with that we have in our collagen is very different from any other collagen on the market.
Right.
And you and I both know there are tons of different collagens.
Tons.
So you have to look
Tons.
at what are the benefits and what makes it unique, and why would you want one versus the other.
Right. Yeah. And, again, if anyone, if you're watching this video, just hit us up. There's a definite need. And especially as we get older, we run out of collagen starting in our 20s. So we really need to supplement and put that back into our bodies. That's what's going to help your bones. That's what's going to help your joints. That's what's going to help all of the connective tissue in
Yeah.
your body, your hair, your skin, your nails, everything.
You do not
we
have
need
to feel
collagen.
and act old.
Right.
And that's what I think people just submit to. They're like, I'm just getting old. My body aches.
It's like, no. right? It's like, no, you don't have to. Don't submit to it. Do not cave, people.
Do not.
Do not. We have solutions for you. So thank you so much, Kim. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again,
Thank you
for
for asking
anyone
me.
who wants information, just hit up Kim or hit up myself. There will be a link down below. You can always, just reach out to us and find out more information, right? And
I love it.
we'll get you on a call. So thank you, everybody. Have a great, amazing day, night, morning, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Thank you for tuning in. Margine Holden with Business in a Box.